I guess our inspiration for going green here at Redfish Bluefish was that we had all worked in the restaurant industry for decades, and we had seen how much waste actually occurs in the industry. It's a phenomenal amount of wastage. The process of greening for us wasn't an afterthought, it was the first thought. We use a wooden knife, fork, and spoon. So they're all green, they're sustainable. Objects that we give to the clients are also sustainable. So the plates, the bowls, the cups, all of it is sustainable. All of it gets turned into compost at the end, 100% of it. And then that goes back into the farmers' fields, and then we purchase our product from those farmers. So it's a closed circle. The other part of it is that the clients really like it when you're responsible. In much the same way as they like to see a clean restaurant, they like to see a green restaurant. It is slightly more expensive to go green in the short term. So you have to be a bit more creative about how you do your work. You have to do a bit more research on how you're going to be green. It's a bit more expensive to use, let's say, wooden cutlery than it is to use plastic cutlery. So in the short term, it's a bit more expensive. But in the long term, you satisfy more of your clients, you are better for the environment, and you get press like this. They're very proud to do what they're doing because they know it's the right thing. So that just gives people extra incentive. It makes them happier at work. They don't come down to work in cars. We either have them either taking public transit or walking or taking their bikes. So that's one of these little aspects that you may not notice, but the staff feels it. And I think that's better in the long run, is because it's just part of who they are now. So in terms of OceanWise and the OceanWise program, it comes out of Vancouver, to the Vancouver Aquarium, and they have a program that they've been working for a few years now. And what it is it looks at local seafood on this coast and rates it according to its sustainability. So yeah, it means that we have to be a bit more flexible, but it also means that we're totally sure of what we're doing and what the client's getting. Before we started, nobody on the island was doing this, and now we're hoping to see more and more people on the island doing this. We're actually seeing a trend towards restaurants using sustainable practices and using the OceanWise program as their basis to choose products that are not going to harm the environment and that are good for the sustainable stocks. And so I'd say working with OceanWise is our most proud achievement so far. Water for the dogs, please. Thank you. We're good?
Yep, we're good.
Every day we get a couple of 100 pounds of potatoes, and we get them in burlap sacks. Unfortunately, burlap sacks can't be composted and they can't be recycled. So we take our burlap sacks from our potatoes and we turn them into netting that we can then use to screen off our area. And as they get dirty or damaged, we always have more burlap sacks, so we just sew another one in place. This is a 1970 Mercedes-Benz 300 SD, and it can be run solely on the oil that comes out of your deep fryer. So all you need to do is filter it a couple of times and pour it in.